Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, good morning, and a good morning it is. Yours truly, Joe Dupree, in the building on this 29th day of October. Work it out Wednesday, and family, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told, JD Live, your early morning get up, wake up, your information, inspiration, motivation in the morning, conversation that promotes elevation. We wake up this morning. Prayers go out to all our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. Of course, Melissa has made her way through Jamaica, causing widespread devastation and issues, and is now doing the same thing to Cuba. I believe some other Caribbean islands will be affected, like Turks and Caicos and the Bahamas. So, Melissa ain't finished yet, though. She did her thing in Jamaica, coming on shore as a Category 5, and that's nothing new to folks who live in Southwest and South Louisiana, because we know about hurricanes. So our prayers go out to all our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. Good morning. How are y'all doing on this morning? Tell a friend to tell a friend We're in the building, broadcasting live on Facebook Live, Instagram, Twitter, at the JDMS, on YouTube. We're at 100 BLK Media and family. I'm looking at some of the devastation through the left side of my peripherals on the news on CNN, and wow, it just was a lot that was happening. 9 minutes past the hour. Good morning to everyone who's logging on. Tell a friend to tell a friend, share this with a friend. In case you didn't know, government is still shut down. And yesterday I began to think about some of the things that will be affected by this government shutdown that we're really not paying attention. Such as yesterday, I was very privileged to be with Miss Connie Shake Snyder and Mr. Marvin Richard and Marshall Mouton, as they went and handed out meals to the elderly. And then I had to think about, Meals on Wheels is a federally funded program to get hot meals to elderly folks who normally cannot get a meal, but the government shut down. And some of these elderly folks, this is the only meal they'll even get. And that's sad. Family, I don't even know how we fix this thing. I don't. For unfortunately, we're heading toward, over 30 days of government being shut down. I don't know when the government's going to open back up, and all the trickle down effects of the government being shut down. And still the steady blame game going on, which is ridiculous to me. Once again, how is it that the government shut down and we, the people, put you legislators in office to do the business of the government? The people who are working for the federal government are not getting checks, but the people in Congress, the people in the Senate, the people in the executive branch, they're still getting their checks. All the secretaries that were appointed or are put in position to be whatever, the secretary, I know it's the Secretary of War now, it used to be Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of Education, the Secretary of Housing, all these secretaries that are put in place to be in charge of these federal departments, they're still getting their checks, though the people who are underneath them have either been furloughed or they're no longer there for the moment, or maybe they're working and not getting a check. We have air traffic controllers going to work every day. They're not getting the check. Our military servicemen and women, they're not getting a check. The government is shut down. Of course, we know we have a president that's big on how you feel about him, how you like him. He's got the best numbers of all times. So he says. Polling is really showing that they don't love him like they used to love him. We got to pay attention. And then we also got to pay attention to who we allow to influence us, because a lot of this family is right now caused by the folks you allowed to influence you either to vote or not to vote, or who they influenced you to vote for. You got to watch who you allow to get into your ear gates, into your eye gates, to permeate in your mind, because the folks that you allow to plant seeds in your mind, whatever those seeds may be, are the folks who right now, listen, there are folks who will not be able, if you out there and you have grant funding, federal grant funding for any project that you may do, maybe even a project you have that helps the community, you won't be getting that grant funding because the government is shut down. Now, some of these folks who get grant funding for some of these services that they provide to the community, and I applaud them for that. Sadly, those folks are some of the same folks that said, man, I ain't voting for Kamala. The same folks that are out there felt that they would be better off with grant funding under a Republican regime, under a conservative regime, are the same folks right now that all that grant funding that you got, that you happen to make yourself a handsome salary out of the grant funding because you're the CEO or the facilitator of said grant. Them grants ain't coming in now. What you doing? I'm never by myself when I get up in here. Y'all give it up for my resident Lamar Burton. Reading is fundamental. Y'all give it up for Sean P and the Sean P Experience. Also, one of the architects of the Griot podcast. Sean, good morning, brother. How you doing?
Man, good morning, my people. How you doing, Joe? Man, it is so good to be back. Took a little step away to get some things taken care of. We back like we never left, baby.
Yes,
I am
sir.
here with the book called Tell Her Story. Interviewed the author on yesterday on the podcast. This is the story of Eleanor Bumpurs and the police killing that galvanized New York. This is like early 1980s New York. We hear about Gotham City, we hear about Hell's Kitchen, but New York was a very, very dangerous place for real life. And this particular police killing is a very, very chilling story. You see it in Do the Right Thing. All these different hip hop artists talk about Eleanor Bumpurs. This is her story. Tell her story.
Go get that book. Go read something. Realize that there's nothing new under the sun. What's happening today didn't happen before. And while we're out here not paying attention, while we're busy caught up in P. Diddy, Cardi B, beefing with Nicki Minaj and all this stuff, monkeys got loose, y'all. The monkeys got loose. I say it again, the monkeys got loose, y'all.
And Joe, tell them how many things the monkey had. He had COVID-19, he had herpes, he had something else too.
Come on.
This is a bad monkey. Monkey.
It is the bad monkey. Bad monkey. Caesar got loose.
Hey, Joe, Magic Johnson got nothing on him.
Hey.
Magic Johnson got nothing on this monkey.
Caesar got loose.
Hey, what Caesar do? They'll just buy it all like that. They buy it all.
Come on. I mean, is this some sci-fi movie going on that we've seen before? Didn't they make a movie called Outbreak where the monkey got loose?
Yeah,
and
the
monkey raised complete havoc with Gooden Cuba Jr. and I forgot the other guy that was in there. I mean, man, come on.
But when I was reading that story about an hour ago, me and my coworker, I said, man, it's like something from a movie. When you read it, it's crazy.
Monkeys got loose, and all the monkeys got killed but one. One still on the run. He almost like old boy from New Orleans. He said, you ain't gonna catch me, not today.
And I think they said shoot on sight. Whenever you see him, shoot him on sight.
Hey, if you see the monkey, don't negotiate with the monkey. Don't pet the monkey. Don't try to be friends with the monkey. Don't all of a sudden be a PETA advocate and go, oh, poor monkey. No, you need to kill that monkey before that monkey kill you. I'm just saying. But we ain't paying attention.
They said the truth.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Why are we in regular conventional transportation mode transporting such dangerous cargo? The monkeys are loose in Mississippi, y'all, of all places. Crooked letter, I, humpback, I. And they were coming from Louisiana. Y'all got monkeys like that in Louisiana and taking the monkeys via transportation on the highway to Mississippi?
Joe, and that's your question, Joe. Have you ever seen that place in the back of New Iberia, I believe it is?
Mm-hmm.
And there's hundreds of monkeys that I don't know what they're doing with the monkeys. I don't know what the purpose is, but I've seen them my own two eyes. And there's hundreds of monkeys that they're doing whatever they're doing with behind New Iberia back there.
two people yesterday almost had me on the floor because though it wasn't funny at the time and that they sent me the message, all I could do was laugh. One person sent me the song Shock the Monkey, and the other person sent me Tiki Black, Monkey on a Stick. And all I could do was say, we ain't paying attention. We ain't paying attention.
We ain't never serious. We ain't never serious. We ain't never serious.
As soon as I opened up my little email and I heard doom to doom to doom, doom to doom to doom to doom to doom, I was like, oh Lord. Nah. Listen, this ain't the monkey you want to play with, y'all.
But you know, Joe, they always say the truth is stranger than fiction. I love that quote. The truth is stranger than fiction.
It is. Y'all got to leave these monkeys alone. Government shut down day 29. Tomorrow will be day 30. The government is still shut down. And we're transporting dangerous cargo, non-escorted, from Louisiana to Mississippi, and they still didn't say where the cargo was going. Where are you taking these monkeys with all these issues and diseases? Be exact, that was never answered. What was the destination? What the monkeys driving? Well, I need more answers.
Was he the grape ape?
Right.
The grape ape.
Right. What was his name? McGilla? What was his name? McGilla, whatever.
Yeah, that's it. McGilla Gorilla. That's it.
Right. Was McGilla Gorilla somewhere around? What was going on? Man, wait a minute. What caused the accident? Hold on.
Come on, Joe. That's a kind of a straight shoot. That's a straight stretch right there. They crashed into what?
Right. What caused the accidents? And better yet, how did y'all quickly kill 5, but 1 got away? Okay. Y'all pay attention. That's all I got to say. And watch this. If I see another shooting at a HBCU during a homecoming, I ain't saying we got to do better. I'm saying, family, wake up. Put the guns down. Come on, man. I go to HBCU homecomings with a lot on my mind. Shooting somebody ain't one of the things. Man, I just saw some video that just had me going, man, what is going on here from Clark, Atlanta? I was like, what happened? Had shooting at Lincoln. Of course, we had the numerous shootings from Alcorn to Jackson State. To that weekend we had, even with the high school shootings that produced that was a mass shooting casualty incident.
Now, Joe, let's not forget LSU.
Right, LSU.
It ain't just HBCU. Let's not forget.
Right. Hold up, and they now got the governor saying, let's erect a statue to represent free speech.
Come on, man.
College campus.
Why? What was the connection?
Wait a minute.
Was he a Illuminati?
I'm like, wait a minute. We got a whole federal holiday. Hold it. I'm telling you, somebody gonna try to push a federal holiday to because he is literally now their version of MLK. Don't have half the credentials MLK had, but and a lot of folks, and they're mad at Jasmine Crockett because Jasmine Crockett has spoken out against the investigation that was going on into the potential fraud of the organization and how they were in some type of financial dire straits. But we ain't paying attention.
No, you said that their version of MLK, in the next 20 years or so, no child could go to school and try to do a speech that he gave or reenact. You can't do that with his kind of rhetoric and what he was talking about.
You can't.
He could never.
But once again, man, and that's why I started the show off saying, man, be in prayer for our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, because we just always get the raw end of everything. If it hits them bad, it hits us worse. Like right now with these SNAP benefits, we're not the only people getting SNAP benefits. I can only talk about Louisiana. Out of the 50,000 SNAP benefit receivers in it. We're not the majority. You know, and then you see this ignorance, and that's what I'm gonna call it, ignorance, when people who go on social media, the same people who told you who to vote for, who not to vote for, the same people who told you what to do and what not to do, are the same people now trying to talk about everybody, everybody ain't trying, everybody not ignorant and everybody not abusing the system. We didn't say everybody was ignorant and abusing the system, but there are people out there that are abusing the system. There are people out there that want to ride around in a Mercedes-Benz, live in a $500,000 house and flash an EBT card. There are people who want to do that. They jokingly say it all the time, but in their jokingness, there is some truth. Oh yeah, I see the little jokes on social media posts. Oh, I don't have a problem having my Louis, my Fendi, my Mercedes, my nice house, and I wish I could go and flash an EBT card. Why? That's not for you. If you're driving Mercedes Benz and if you're living in nice houses and if you got Louis, Gucci, and Fendi, you don't need an EBT card. If anything, you need to be going out there giving a few folks a couple of free meals yourself. You need to be making some plates at your house and giving them to the needy. But we can't be that way. We got to be the greedy. We got to want it all and then want everything else that everybody else has also. And that's sad, Sean. That's just sad.
But you know what, Joe? These hard times that's about to happen, right? It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
We can go back to our old school ways of people borrowing things from each other and, you know, borrow some sugar from down the street and borrow some Kool-Aid over here and send to so-and-so a plate down the street. Like those ways how we survived before. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all this individualism.
Let me make some statements here that people ain't gonna like, because people gonna say, there you go. But they're very truthful statements. Donald Trump made a promise, and the promise was he was going to run this country, the United States of America, like he ran his company. So let's take a look at this right quick. Trump Airlines shut down. Trump casinos shut down. Trump steaks. Come on, y'all. Let's get some of this good Trump steaks shut down. Trump University shut down. Trump Magazine shut down. The Apprentice, no longer on TV, shut down.
So, Joe, we also like sports. If you have a total losing resume and you're a coach or something like that, could you get a high profile coaching job after all this losing?
No. Normally you wind up like Brian Kelly, fired. You wind up like Terrence Graves. When you come out with the worst record in the season, you are no longer with us. You are fired. Has nothing to do with you, how we like you, if you're a good guy, if you are our best friend. You are paid to win.
And the resume is the Carfax. Check the Carfax.
Okay. We need people faxes. We need people faxes, and we need labels like on the side of medicines to say this is the side effects of dealing with this person. Nobody read the side effects because y'all were too busy listening to these influencers that sit around and read you RS statutes. Let me read you this RS. You were listening to influencers that will go down and get a public records request and pull up everything they can pull up and try to tell you how misappropriations of funds are being done. You were listening to these folks who told you who to vote for and how to vote when they themselves right now, the question is what's going to happen, because some of these influencers, the reason they were influencers and they had so much time on their hands to influence you is because themselves were on some type of government assistance. You could sit around all day on a laptop or on a phone, a government phone that is, and do lives and talk about whatever you wanted to talk about because you had $25 rent while the rest of us was out there going to get it. You had an EBT card with $800 a month of groceries loaded on it. You had your utilities paid for. And all you had to do was sit around and do the following, talk, and you did. Oh, don't vote for her. Don't vote for them. Let me read you this statute. Let's look at where the money's going. Well, why don't we look at the money you getting? Because how every day you bumping your gums? Because anytime y'all want to look in and ask yourself, well, Joe, you do bump your gums for 1 hour a day. I can show you the invoices that I pay to StreamYard every month. I can show you the invoices I pay for this streaming service every month that comes straight out my pocket. As I always say, you don't see no sponsor. You don't see no Cash App. When you click on the link on the live, you don't see no little thing saying subscribe to me. Be my pal, send me stars. I don't ask for none of that. Baby, I go out and get it out the mud every day. Sean, I know you do it overnight, every night.
Just came from it. Just came from fresh off. Fresh.
Okay. Sean pay the same invoice I pay because we both use the same service. So when you see the Sean P. Experience, the Griot podcast, know that brother is got him a good old StreamYard invoice also, monthly.
And guess what? Whenever StreamYard increased their rates, Joe, you know all about the increase they did.
Yes, sir.
What you gonna do?
Right.
We still go and get it, make it happen. You know
right. Either you stop streaming or you keep paying. And guess what we did? We kept paying. And like I said, you don't hear me on here begging you. You don't hear me saying, hold it. You don't see me all of a sudden talking about, look at me, I'm a newly ordained minister. Bless the Lord. Please sow into, don't sow into me, but sow into God's word. Come on, man. Y'all got man and woman. Stop that. Stop.
You know what I like, Joe? With that being said, the pastor Jamal Bryant, he is now taking food for the offering. He don't want no more money. We need some food to feed people. That I like that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
There are real preachers, teachers, bishops, prophets. There are real people who are about God's business. There are folks who I believe are really anointed, appointed, and called by God. And times like this will show who they are. You're right. Instead of criticizing what folks are sowing into the ministry, he's saying, wait a minute, man, don't sow into this ministry, sow into these people who need. Don't. He also said, don't write a check to me. Find somebody in need and bless them because they need it more than this church. See, it's times like this, I ask myself, where is the black church? And better yet, if the black church is who I know the black church is, and which I tell people all the time, the black church ain't nothing but a bank without FDIC regulation.
You know, at times like this, we should all be observant and watch who gonna do what.
Right.
Get your popcorn if you got some. Get your popcorn and sit back and just observe. Don't say nothing. Watch who gonna do what in these dire times. You're gonna know a lot.
That part. You gonna know who's who when this is all said and done. Thank y'all. I see y'all logged in on Instagram. I see you logged in. I see you logged in out there. Listen, y'all, start paying attention. Government is shut down. It's day 29, about to go into day 30. The monkeys are on the loose. They told you that there were 6 of them. 5 of them are dead, but one of them still doing his thing. And I wonder right now who that little monkey done infected. Or what other animal has that monkey infected? See, wait a minute. And did they tell you everything the monkey had? They told you a few things the monkey had.
Right. Now, Joe, is it a chimpanzee? Is it an orangutan? Is it a silverback? Is it a...
No, it's a monkey. I don't know what type of monkey it is, but it's a monkey. I don't know if it's a little spider monkey. I don't know what type of monkey. It almost looked like the monkey in Outbreak, and I don't know what kind of monkey that was. I don't know because I'm not a veterinarian or a zoologist, so I don't know what kind of monkey it is. First of all, once again, I have to say it because folks just really need to hear me when I say this. So you have a highly group of contagious animals that you are transporting. These are the facts we know as it has been told to us, but I don't think they're telling us the whole story. First of all, where are you transporting these monkeys? Why are you transporting them the way you're transporting them? Though, let me say this, family. Believe it or not, on the highways and byways and on the railways of the United States of America every day, there's something traveling that could literally wipe out everybody. They just ain't telling you nothing. But we too busy. We too busy worried about P. Diddy and baby oil. We too busy worried about what Nicki and Cardi saying to each other. We too busy on who's pregnant and who's not pregnant.
They want to see what they want to hear what Birdman talking about. They want to hear that.
Right. We too busy worried about No Limit and Cash Money Records for the 99 and the 2000. And guess what? They about to release 2,000 different diseases that has you dead before 2,000 shows up.
There's a different kind of bag it up. There's a different kind of bag it up.
All right, come on. It's a real monkey on the stick out there now. You better pray that you don't run into that monkey. If you do and you ain't got that pew pew, you might be in trouble because that monkey might not be negotiating. He might not have too much to say to you. I'm just saying. I got to pay attention.
This is not the petting zoo.
Right.
Not the petting zoo. It ain't time for that.
Hey, Odo, and all this happening just before Halloween. Come on, man. You couldn't make this up if you tried to. And I can't sit through some of these movies. I'm trying to get ready for Predator's Badlands, but I tried to last night try to sit through Weapons because there's a movie called Weapons, and I still haven't had the opportunity because I heard the book was outstanding. So I didn't have an opportunity to sit down and watch the movie because Weapons make you say, man, this could really happen.
I gotta go and check that out then. I gotta see what's up with it.
Yeah, just Google the movie Weapons, and it's, you know.
Besides books, I am a movie connoisseur as well. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, you know, I'm big into Alien Earth because I believe Alien Earth probably going on right now and nobody know about it. There's probably a Maginot out there. See, they trying to convince you we trying to make it to the moon. I think we done made it past all that. There's probably a Maginot out there that we don't know about. Because listen, if you ain't paying attention, guess who just disappeared into the sunset? And you ain't heard nothing from him. You ain't heard nothing from Bezos and his space adventures with whatever it was, Blue Origin. You ain't heard nothing no more about Elon Musk and all these folks. You know, we were sending, last time I checked, man, we had my man from Good Morning America from Texas Southern floating in space for a minute there. Strahan that played with the Giants.
You make a real good point. It had been pretty quiet.
And now all of a sudden you ain't hearing nothing. You know, hold on. The government shut down. We can't pay people right now in food pantry lines, but we got a $3 million renovation to the White House. And once again, go and call your local congressional representative that is sitting in Congress right now, that is sitting in the House of Representatives or the Senate, and ask them, since the government shut down, did you get your check? Oh, they got their check. Ask President Trump, did him and his staff get their check? Oh, they got their check. But our servicemen and women did not get a check. And those who did get a check, who were selective individuals, got it from an anonymous donor. All of a sudden, somebody just got money that falls out the sky that they can donate to the United States of America to pay the servicemen and women when the government is shut down. Who processed them payments? See, it's not so much that you ain't got the money. You may not have the individual there to process the payment. There are veterans right now who are missing their VA benefits, not because the benefits ain't there. You ain't got nobody working to process the benefits. Why if a veteran gets sick right now? What VA hospital they going to? Because the government shut down. That means the VA shut down too, y'all.
And on top of all of this, did you see all the layoffs from UPS yesterday? Got thousands. UPS, Amazon, about to do it. Target. I mean, they're offloading thousands of people, bro.
And we arguing over parade routes for Mardi Gras.
A parade route?
Right. We arguing over parade routes for Mardi Gras. Over who
you better find a food route.
Hold it. over who inputted what information over parade route. Man, we got to pay attention. We literally out here talking about breaking news. Let me tell you who had input and who didn't have input on a parade route. Come on, man, stop this.
Joe, the holidays coming up pretty soon. Holidays coming up. It's not that kind of year, y'all. Don't be trying to go out there and ball out for the kids and try to overextend yourself, because it's not that kind of year this year, man. It's gonna be different. Sit the kids down, like, look, going down different right now. We can't do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Forget Black Friday. Forget about that. Just forget about it.
I mean, y'all understand that very soon it will be a new month. It will be November. Before you know it, it'll be Thanksgiving. It'll be Christmas. It'll be a new year. And there is a strong possibility that the government will still be shut down. And you can sit there and say, well, I don't get SNAP benefits. You can say there and say, I don't, my kids are grown. I don't worry about Head Start. But listen, if you're getting any type of government, let's say that your child is in college right now getting a Pell Grant. That's government assisted financial help that they will not be receiving because the government is shut down. How you going? How things gonna get paid?
Joe, does it impact the TSA and all that? The TSA with the flights and everything?
The TSA, our servicemen and women, combat readiness. We up in here trying to stop drug cartels from Venezuela. You ain't paying your servicemen and women. There are sailors, airmen, soldiers who are not getting a check as I speak today. And we're trying to stop the drug cartels coming out of Venezuela and Colombia. Because in all secretlessness, we are really trying to start a war, because once that war starts, guess what? We ain't got to have an election. Did you hear Donald Trump say, I can run for vice president? Donald Trump said in 2028, I can be the number 2 man on the ticket. It's legal. Who gonna fight me? The Supreme Court? I run the Supreme Court. I own all the governmental department and I own the judicial department. Who gonna challenge me? I'm running for VP. That's what he said.
Before that third term conversation, we got to remember something. We still got about 3 more years of this left. We still got 3 more years of this left. I got to always keep on reiterating that. Like, it's only been a matter of months, to be honest.
Right.
Right. So everything in months.
Right. Hold on, family. And pay attention to what's happening. ICE is still loose in our American streets. The National Guard, though they say they're not getting paid, is still loose in some of our major cities. And we're not paying attention. 42 minutes past the hour. We're not paying attention. We're not. We got our minds on 50 million other things. We trying to argue because Bad Bunny's performing at the Super Bowl. We tried to erect statues of individuals who did not have the greater good of all Americans in his rhetoric when he spoke. We tried to erect a statue to an individual who literally said that the only that Michelle Obama, Ketanji Brown, Joy Reid took good white people's jobs. Not because they were qualified, but because they were black. That's what that person said. And we're trying to erect a statue talking about his free speech. His free speech was I can't even talk, man.
Now, Joe, I know I was going for a few days. Y'all probably talked about it, and they still already, but I want to just get your take on it. Everything going on with the sports betting thing, with the NBA thing, right? But my point is always
with the X-ray table. You talking about with Chauncey B and the X-ray table?
X-ray table, the glasses, the contacts.
Hold it. With the straight up Ethan Hunt these will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Man, come on. Hold it. We
But
got all kind of black and brown people that they said did what they did. But hold up, we ain't talked about one Russian, one
no,
non-person of color who we all know, the Russian mob and the Italian mob and the mob folks who look like Al Capone and all these mob movies.
the
How many?
five families.
Hold it. How many black mob movies we got except Harlem Nights? Come on now, talk to me. And hold it. And let's be honest. They were, and guess what? They couldn't run it like they run it, because when the white mob came in, what did they say? Hey man, we need a piece of the action.
So why I brought it up is every time these kind of things happen, Joe, how many heads are going to roll is the conversation. They going way back, years back. But besides Billups, the whole Terry Rozier thing and Damian Jones, I believe the guy's name is. They got like 37 guys already. Somebody gonna start talking and heads gonna roll, bro. How many other people involved? And then besides basketball, football, baseball, we gotta start acting about these other sport leagues. It's not just one isolated thing, is my point.
Right. Hold on. Listen, let me say something, and I'm gonna say it the best way I can. While we're not paying attention, which we're not, we still live in a country that they had a madam scandal where they had top-ranking government officials who were getting services while they were married to their wives. They were having services provided by prostitutes, high-level prostitutes and escorts. David Vitter was one of them from the state of Louisiana. And if I recall right, miraculously, while one of the people who was over this whole madam thing was in Florida visiting her mother, he miraculously ran into somebody with good aim who shot her dead middle of her head in the back of her grandmother's shed. And we ain't heard it. Yeah, I must have said something. You see how they try to cut it? See there? Space God the thug. I need to call Space
crazy.
God and say,
That's
hey
crazy.
man, did you just ask with your neutron ray? Come on, man. And we worried about where Tony Braxton is for verses because her sister showed up to support her brother-in-law. Come on, man. Come on. We worried about why Mercedes wasn't on the stage singing the song the Mercedes sung for No Limit. We worried about stuff like that. Come on, man. That's what we worried about. This is
why higher level conversations are important. This is why the media is important. This is why paying attention, like you said, reading, watching things is important, man. Because so many folks got their head in the sand at the wrong time, man.
Got to. Well, Sean, it is 13 minutes to the top of the hour. Seems to be we done said something because somebody said, man, let me scramble their signal. They talking too much. They about to let the dog out the bag. You know, they about to let the dog out the bag.
That's how it go. Speaking of which, Joe, did you realize something? In November, it said that the Ring Company, right? The Ring Company is partnering with the same service that do the police license plate stuff. They're partnering with them. And then they're partnering with the facial recognition people. So a three-headed monster starting on like November the 1st. So everybody got a ring light. They have full access to your family, your loved ones. They got full authority over all your stuff. So Big Brother is taking over.
Hold on. And you know, I laughingly brought up my good friend Space God the Thug. Y'all go Google Space God the Thug. He's a funny guy. But here's what
I love him.
Hey, what we really did pay no attention to, for real. NASA, just said, while y'all ain't paying attention and y'all ain't doing anything because y'all caught up in everything else, you know we got a second moon orbiting the Earth now.
I saw that, Joe. I saw that like last week. Saw that.
Now, where'd that moon come from? Okay, so while we over here, kikiing, we got this. Man, what about my hold it? Hold it. Hold it? Just miraculously a second moon showed up and jumped into orbit and said, "Hey."
But Joe, I got a better question. And this is not talked about. Do you remember when the pandemic first started? A lot was going on, a lot of pandemonium, right? In the middle of that, on the front of the Washington Post, the New York Times, the government pretty much admitted we have they didn't say UFO. They said something like unidentified aerial something. They changed the acronyms up. But they talking about UFOs.
Oh yeah.
But nobody would have batted an eye at it whenever they said it on primetime TV. That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey. Oh. All I can say is y'all, we got to pay attention. It's 10 minutes. 10 minutes to the top of the hour. We about to get out of here real soon. First of all, let me say this. Prayers to everybody in Jamaica and in the Caribbean and in the Caribbean who are dealing with this hurricane, Melissa.
Yes.
You know,
was that a category 5? Cat 5?
Yeah, it was a Cat 5, and it has went through Jamaica, has left devastation everywhere, but is now dealing with Cuba and Turks and Caicos. So, prayers up for everybody there. Everybody who's dealing with this government shutdown from the point of it is devastating, because it is. If you're either furloughed or you're working and not getting a check, guess what? Your bills didn't get furloughed. Everyday expenses didn't get furloughed. Our prayers go out to you. There are folks out there who really need SNAP benefits, who need Medicaid, Medicare. Everybody's not hustling the system. Woe be unto y'all who are hustling the system. That's what I've got to say. Everybody's not hustling the system, but woe be unto y'all who are hustling the system. Because some of y'all ain't mentally ill. Y'all just acting crazy. Some of y'all are really able-bodied working. Y'all work your mouth real well when it comes time to talk about folks. Work your arms and work some other things to work. I'll work your mouth real good. To me, if you're that disabled and you're that mentally in anguish, you shouldn't be on here talking about anything. Except maybe, can y'all get a cure to cure me? Y'all stop faking the funk. I said it. You get mad at me. Call me out by name. Don't bother me, because at the end of the day, I get mine out the mud daily. All right. 8 minutes. 8 minutes to the top of the hour.
I got good news, Joe. I got good positive news, Joe.
Give it to me, baby.
Tomorrow, I'll be going to a middle school trying to inspire, motivate, and invigorate these young men. Getting their mind right when it comes to education and furthering themselves beyond the typical things that our young brothers fall into when it comes to athletics, when it comes to the music industry. Not saying anything is bad with that, but don't let it be your only basket. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Come on.
Expand the vision. You know what I'm saying?
Sports, running the ball, shooting the ball, catching the ball, and singing and tap dancing somewhere for somebody, which are very noble ways of getting it. I respect those who do it, because some of them do it very well. But there are more ways to get it instead of getting it like that. So I'm glad that you're speaking to young men and women about that. Man, like I said yesterday, I was very much inspired by some folks that I saw hand out plates to the needy. Meals on Wheels are being affected by this. Pell Grants will be affected. Head Start will be affected. SNAP benefits will be affected. Be exact, any and all government funding. So all you folks out there right now who especially some of you that are in the housing industry, because a lot of that is government funded housing. That funds you to build all these houses, these low income houses, these You know, I see them popping up all over the hood, new houses. You know, they and they're not bad looking houses. Don't get me wrong. They're nice quality houses. But those are federally funded programs that help build those houses. So guess what? A lot of stuff getting ready to get the brakes put on it. Really getting to be between the haves and the have-nots. Well, we make it a black and brown thing, but it's really a thing between the haves and the have-nots, and you got to pay attention. 6 minutes to the top of the hour. Who you got coming on the Griot podcast on the Sean P Experience? Tell me what you got coming up, Sean.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next. Well, first of all, about this show, we covered not one, but 2 books on yesterday, Joe. The sister, the associate professor, LaShawn Harris. Look at this, Joe. She got a book called Sex Workers, Number Runners, and Psychics about these young black ladies in the 1930s, 1940s out there getting out the mud in New York, along with Bunker Johnson.
Wait a minute, what's the name of the book again?
You fight, Joe. Sex Workers, Number Runners,
Hold it. She talking about back then. Like I told you, ain't nothing new under the sun. Right now, them 3 things going on right now.
Because of course, at the time back then in New York, the government, all kinds of stuff going on crazy, right? So there were dire restraints. And a lot of these ladies didn't want to be living like that, but they had limited choices, man. So we see right now, Joe, they had 300,000 black women lost their jobs, man. All this DEI rollback stuff, all this other government stuff going on right now. So very respectable ladies going on OnlyFans, Joe. These professional white collar ladies are going to OnlyFans and other things to, you know, the holidays coming up, Joe.
Hey, let me tell you something. Right. Right.
So that was a very good episode yesterday on YouTube. The Sean P Experience at a full hour. We did 30 minutes on that book and 30 minutes on this book. Talking about ICE right now, Joe. Back then in New York, the police run to people's house all the time. 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, running your house, drag you out the house. Just like ICE doing right now. And they ran in her house and she was killed, gunned down in her house. No good reason.
Pay attention.
So like you said, there's nothing new under the sun. If you read history enough, you see how much it repeats, it cycles.
We don't read enough. Brother. You know, we too busy here. You know, as I go through my social media line, we got folks who know. And guess what? We got folks who 1 foot into community activism, 1 foot in the streets. Let's call it what it is. We got folks out here who are part-time dope dealers who tell you straight up they the ones that half of them sitting in man, let me be quiet. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Come on, Joe.
3 minutes to the top of the hour. You'd be surprised how many nice girls that are smiling, so-called bottle girls. There's a lot of bottle girls out there that they slanging much more than cognac. All right.
Come on now, Joe. Not the rocks.
Oh, let me get out of here before somebody really call me and be like, really, dog? Really? Okay. All right. John. Let me do this.
I only care to say because people love to say that we live in unprecedented times and we've never seen these times and the sky gonna fall. Man, we didn't see all these things. Our ancestors, our parents have seen these things. They still here.
All right. Before we do our final words, let me say it again. There is one monkey that is on the loose.
One monkey don't stop no show.
Oh, this one might stop it because this one might be Caesar for real. Now, remember, in the movie, it started with one monkey. Caesar. All right. Okay.
He said, no.
Hey, so hey, you better not hug this monkey and let him speak into your ear. Caesar home. All right. The monkey is loose, y'all. If you see the monkey, don't negotiate. Shoot the monkey on sight. That's all I got to say to my brothers and sisters in Mississippi. And guess what? Monkeys move fast. So he might not even be in Mississippi, he or she, because they didn't tell you the gender of the monkey. But The monkey may not be in Mississippi. The monkey may be in Tennessee, might came back to Louisiana, might be in Arkansas, could be in Texas, could be in Alabama. Hold it. Knowing that monkey could have jumped and hijacked something. Monkey could be in New York. We don't know, but the monkey on the loose. Okay.
But that being said, is there a tracker on the monkey? You can get a tracker on a regular dog these days. Joe. Give it a tracker.
Wait, y'all didn't microchip the monkey? Come on, man. All right, with that being said, give me some closing words, Sean. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. So once again, the Sean P Experience on YouTube. Go and check it out, man. I've interviewed at this point probably 100+ authors. Go in there, dig through it, roll back, learn something, inform yourself, mentally arm yourself, man, and have a blessed day. Be safe out there.
Yeah. Be safe out there, family. Do what Sean said. Remember, the monkey's on the loose. And like I said, you need, a friend of mine on Instagram said what kind of monkey it is not important. What the monkey got is important. No, all that's important because, listen, right now, I wouldn't want to be any type of monkey loose because we're not even negotiating. You may be the monkey, you may not be the monkey. You will be guilty by association and a dead monkey, period. All right, family. Be better today than you were yesterday and do something today to bless somebody somewhere that no matter what you do, there's no earthly way you could ever pay them back. They could ever pay you back. I'm twisting up all kinds of folks. Hard times ain't new to us. So let's do what we always do. Come together as a community, help the least of those. Let's undergird one another. Let's do what we do. Always remember, family, always remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he will and he can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing or no one can stand against you. Be blessed. Have a good day. We up out of here. Peace.